Hello all, welcome back to Learning Partner. If you are new, please do subscribe. This is another channel where you can directly connect with me. We have around 1000 plus members already who are working. We take live coding sessions and everything. To just get notified about those sessions, please do join this group. Fine. So in this new video, we are going to see resource API. So till now, we have in Angular, we mostly use, and again, like this is something new which we got in Angular 19. So I was talking like if we have to make API call in Angular, so we were majorly using directly HTTP client. But now around HTTP client, again, we can make use of the resource API. So like how resource API works or how we have to write the syntax for that, with that we are going to see. Again, like resource API is very new thing. I also don't have any very hands-on experience. So whatever I can do or I can explore that I'm going to explain, but it will cover basic thing. Okay, for now, because everyone knows like no one is going to start a new project with Angular 19, but we have to be aware of like what new things are there, because this question might be getting asking in the interview, right? So for that purpose, basic things I will try to cover. So what I have done, I have created a resource API. Again, the things like what is resource API, how to use resource API, what is refresh reload. Again, we have something loader. So those things we are going to cover. What is loader? Fine. So these are the things we are going to cover. So I have created a component. After creating component, I have created the route. So again, I'm not covering that process because in the previous episode, I have already covered how we create component and route. So just watch the previous videos. Now, resource API. Just a minute. So this is our component. So normally, how do we do the API call, right? So, or those who knows the promise, like how promise works. Okay, if you don't know like what is promise, it is just the same thing what we do with RxJS. In JavaScript, we have promise to do that. Fine. So whatever we can do with promise, same thing we can do. So this is our component. Now in this component, we will try to integrate the API by using resource API. And we will use our JSON placeholder API. So this API we are going to use. So normally if we have to make the API call, we will create HTTP client and we normally do that. Either we can make use of HTTP client or fetch API also we can use. So with resource API, we normally use fetch API. Okay, so let me show you how we actually do that. Fine. So let's create, let's say user list. We are going to get user type of data. So that's why I'm naming it as user list. Resource. You can see once you select, import will be automatically added at the top. After that, equal to, sorry, round bracket, curly bracket. Now over here, you can see how many options we have. We have loader, equal, injector, request, and again, one more request is there. So many things are there, but we are going to use our loader function. So loader, it will need a function. Fine. Now here we need to provide a promise kind of data. So for that, what we need to write? Return, then fetch. Something wrong, but let me write it complete. Then we will check. To fetch, we need to pass the URL. So this URL, we will pass it over here. Fetch, then dot. Then we normally write means observable. Round bracket, result. Let's make it bottom. And here, whatever the data we get, that will be in the proper response parameter. So we need to convert it to JSON. So res dot JSON. Fine. And we have to provide a data type to this as promise any of array. Why it's still giving errors? We are missing something. Sorry, loader, then colon we need. Yeah. And promise. Okay. So this will be your syntax. So this is how you create the resource. So our resource name is user list is equal to resource. Inside that we normally use loader function. What loader function need is what do we say, promise kind of data. See over here, loading function which will return a promise. Okay, so that's why instead of using HTTP, we are making the API call by using fetch API. This is from JavaScript. It's not an Angular thing. If you have learned JavaScript, so you might be aware about the fetch API. In JavaScript, how we make the API call by using fetch. Okay, so whatever the response we get, we convert it into JSON, and we are converting the data as a promise object. So this is your API call. Now, how do we normally bind this API call to the resource? I mean HTML. So let's create row column 3. So in resource, what things we have? So see, if I try to print it, resource user list dot. So see how many options we have. As read only, destroy, error, has value, is loading, reload, set, status, and value. Right? So these are the various things we have. Means what things you can access from the resource. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to check if it has the value. So has value is one function. Let me print it like this. If this resource has a value, we will get true. See, okay, because see on the page load we got the API call, and now in my resource I have the data. So has value will let you know like if in your resource do we have the data or not. Okay, then let's create call 3 again. Now, if I want to access that data, so let's say UL li, I will show that data into the UL li. So at the rate for loop user list dot value, and here you will get the error. So because value is a what we can say method, so we have to provide like this. Here it is. See how we used to access the signal. Just like that, we have to read the value, and this li will go inside this. And here we can print what type of data we are getting. Let's check. We are getting name and everything. So let's print name and username. So item dot name, again one interpolation, item dot username. Let's save and check if we are able to access the data. See, got it? So same thing we used to do with normal HTTP client. That same thing we have done by using resource API. Fine. Again, so now has value means it will check like if it has a value. Just like that, one more option is there. Fine. So one more thing is there. Let me just print it. Interpolation. Has value will get you like user has the value or not. Means is in this resource we have the value or not. Just like has value, we have is loading. Means it will get you like currently this whatever the API call or something is in progress or not. So just see. By default, it will be false. So it will take some time. Let me just slow the network now. Let's move to something else. Let's move it over here. See, by default, it was true. Is loading means when the API call was in progress, so we got that true. And once we get the API response, you got it false. Just pay attention over here again. One more time I'm trying. See, by default, it is true. And once we get the API response, it got false. So has value is also there. Is loading is also there. If something error is there, let's print it that. So user list dot error. Fine. Again, we need to use JSON pipe. Now I know like I have not covered pipe, but just see now because over here we will be getting the object. So we cannot directly print the object so JSON pipe will convert that object into string data. Okay. So that's what we are doing it over here. In the last column, why it's saying JSON pipe not found. Let's save it again. Let's print over here error. So currently we don't have anything because API call was success. Let's try to change the URL. Now we are passing the wrong URL. Fine. Wait, why didn't we get the error? We should get the error, right? Because API call was not success. We tried JSON also, right? User list dot error. What else we have? Error. That's it. Only error is there. Error is a property, I think. Yeah. Let's try. Still, it is not there. I don't know like what it needs. It's a signal only. So we have to access by method. But why it is not providing us the value? Let's remove this. Let's try to print. Still, it is not printing something. Is not a function on this line number. On line number 16, we are getting error. What is the line number 16? Oh, over here we are getting the error. So what it is saying, iterator is not a function. New collection symbol iterator is not a function. Let's try to remove it. No, it will give you error. With JSON pipe also, it is not printing something. Still, it is giving error. Okay, here it is breaking because in user list now we don't have the data. But why we are not getting error? So again, let's try. Catch. Let's try to cache the error, then we will might get it. Let's try. Still it is not there. We are returning everything, right? Okay. Anyway, I will check for this error, like how error will work. But basic thing, like has value will get you, like if a resource has a value, is loading. If process is in the progress, we will get it for by default true. Once the loading is done, we will get it as false. Fine. And if we need to read the value, so we will get value. So this is very basic thing from the resource. How do we create the resource? Now in resource, we have something refresh. So I will create a function. And in last column, we will create one button, reload data. And let's add a bootstrap class. Okay. So now what I need to do, once I click on this button, okay, something, yeah, class mistake. So what I need to do, once I click on this button, my API call should again trigger. Let me undo everything. Okay. So what I need to do, once I click this button, I need to make this API call again. So how do we do that? We have this is a resource, right? So we can reload a resource. So let's create a function over here. Click reload data. Let's create this function. So here, how do we do that? So this dot our user list dot reload is there. Okay. So let's change it, check it. So once we click on this reload, again, our API call should be there. So by default, we have one API call. If I click on reload, see one more API call is there. Got it? So how we used to, let's say in CRUD application, we have seen once we save the data, again, we need to get again, we need to call that get a user list or something, right? So same thing with the user, with the resource, you can just do like this. Okay. So this by using reload function, it will actually rerun this loader function. And again, it will call this API call. And once it get the data, new data will be available over here. Got it? So this is how we use the resource API. Okay. So I hope the basic concept or syntax, how do we write resource is clear. Again, we have equal function also. So equal function, let me write. So what it will does, like previous value and the next value. It will compare what value we have in the loader and what is the new value. Just like that, we have this leader. Okay. So again, like I also didn't explore it. Once we are done with the basic topic in the project, we will try to actually use it. By that time, I think we will get some more resources from the Angular team also. So we will try to use whatever we used to directly make API call and all the crowd operation. We will try, instead of normally going with HTTP client, we will be using resource API also. So in the project, we will see resource API in more detail. Fine. So that's it for now. Again, like I will come up with some like in next episode, I will check like either we can take the pipe or some another topic. Fine. If you are new, please do like and subscribe.